will never be purchasing from a Korean-owned beauty supply store ever again.
Chinese owner of this market does not allow black people to enter.
What kills me the most about this even New York situation is that black people can give these companies their money. We can make these people be able to eat at night. We can make their...
I really want to tell anyone that doesn't understand why those Asian businesses that kind of caters towards black people, why they are so rude and racist, knowing full well that their whole economy, their whole revenue depends on black people. Let me tell you why. Because it's disgraceful to do what they are doing. If you are racist, yeah, if you think you are superior than someone based on your skin color or based on your work ethic or based on whatever you have that you think is better than someone else, the last thing you want to do is create anything to help those people out. You don't want to do that. So can you imagine the kind of thought process they have to go through to feel like they need to make those businesses for you or for us, and basically having to admit to themselves that the only way they can survive in this country is by providing hair care to the people they hate. Like, there is no ego boost in this. There is no way they feel better about themselves. Whenever they have those assemblies, with other business owners, or whenever they go back in Asia, they cannot really brag about making hair products for like black people. I'm sure they hate it. And I'm sure they tried to own other businesses or other things, and I'm sure everything they tried failed miserably. So the only thing that works for them is basically their punishment, having to deal with black people all the time. I feel like we shouldn't even say anything about this issue because they're already being punished. If you are racist, having to deal with the people that you hate, having to see them all the time, that must be hell. Now that we know, we can just focus a little bit more on black-owned businesses. Well, we also have issues on that side, but it's much better than whatever's going on over here, for sure.
And I asked them, I said, should we boycott Asian shops? Is that what we should do? And every one of them said yes. Yes. Okay. Because how are black people supposed to mobilize if they're in our communities? It's not no Asian hating. It's about economics and why black people can't keep their black money within their community. So when you go to your corner shops and, the food stock that they sell, right? They sell our food. They go to the corner shops. They have chicken shops lined up in our thing. It's all going back into their community. How's it coming back into ours? We have to boycott them. We don't want to, but we have to boycott them to keep it within our community. Otherwise, how are we going to progress? Right? I can't do it on my own. I need black people to help me. And I also said as well, I said, black people, you need to take time with black businesses as well.
Yeah. What you need to do, it's not even about boycott the Asian shop. It's like, buy black. That's all your message is. No, buy black.
The reason why I disagree with that, sorry to cut you.
No, go on.
The reason why I disagree with that is because when you say buy black, we still are about convenience until we get out of that mindset to strictly go and buy black. You have to give black people options. If I don't give them options, what they're going to do, they're going to fall back into the cycle. You have to get, and this is what I'm saying, like when I said boycott the Asian shops, it's because they're literally in every single community.
But as you said, give the alternative. So you can say, the only reason I'm saying, because I think getting tied up into a culture war also isn't helpful for us. Because we just look like the aggressors or something. No. I'm not saying don't call it out. I think there's a conversation that I definitely think there's a conversation that needs to be had.
Hi guys, so they said it started with just one store, but now the movement is spreading. Across cities, Black Americans are walking away from Asian-owned shops, calling out years of disrespect, tension, and silence. Is this about justice, pride, or something deeper between two communities? Let's uncover what's really happening behind this boycott. I am Tiana, and you're watching Tiana's React.
So, since C-Town did what they did, everybody got to suffer. You do it to one of us, you did it to all of us. So I hear there's a lot of supermarkets from Harlem, Bronx, Brooklyn, that don't hire blacks, and they're accepting black dollars, and that's going to be a no more. I'm working with Little's Travels, and we are starting shuttle buses, sprinters, and buses to BJ's, Costco's, Walmart, ShopRite, all the places that hire blacks. We're only shopping in places that we see blacks working. We will no longer shop in these little small spots in our neighborhood forcing us because it's a food desert. We will shuttle you to better, good quality food, organic markets. Follows Little Travels now, and we will start working it out next month. Once a month, we'll come pick you up and take you shopping.
Boycott the beauty supply stores in general. Just boycott them all. I'm not talking about the black-owned beauty supply stores. I'm talking about the Koreans ones. Y'all know what I'm talking about. How many times, which is almost every time, you get into a beauty supply store and they following you around, questioning you, what you looking for, or they tell you like this is not on sale, like we can't afford it. They'll say, oh, you want a cheaper option? We have a cheaper option. No, I come in here, I spend my coins all the time. First of all y'all products are marketed to us. Why we ain't in there, first of all. Second of all, why y'all following us like we stole something? Y'all took the things that we need and things that we use for our aesthetic, marketed to us, right? But you don't get us up in there following us around like we thieves. Like, we need to pour into these black beauty supply stores. I know a couple people in Indianapolis that have them, but they don't never have nothing in there. You know why? Because some of the brands that are popular with us don't want to sell to them, y'all. They don't want to sell them. They want to keep this. They want to keep us in the Korean beauty supply stores, okay? Boycott the beauty supply stores. I don't know. Somebody come up with a store like, look, unanimously we just stop altogether, because it has been years. I know we just not talking about it. Has been 4 years. I have never felt comfortable or never felt welcome walking into a Korean beauty supply store. Like, never. I always felt like I gotta overly explain why, or I got money, or like I had to make sure they see what's in my hands, like nowhere near my purse. Like, I always had to show them that I'm not there to steal. It's outrageous. And let me say something, baby, I make more money than you do. Okay? Even if I did make more money than you did. The problem is the fact that y'all think like black people stuff. When y'all know, let's not talk about who the real thieves is, okay? And they on the other side, okay? Okay, let's boycott. I know this is a rant. I'm so sick and tired of us spending our money at places, and we can do it ourselves at this point. Like, I know that they try to tear down every little thing that we do, but we gotta keep going. Like, we cannot. The best way to boycott someone is to hurt them in their pockets, and we gotta take the money out the pockets of these Korean beauty supply stores. They don't mess with us. They don't want to sell to us. They think we are criminals, and it's just time to go. Let's get out of the Korean stores. Let's just go.
So now that everyone is on board with this lovely boycott, I'm going to need to explain a couple things to you. Firstly, if you need something, you go to a black-owned business, okay? If you need something, you go to a black-owned business. If you can't find that particular item in a black-owned business, then you go online. You shop online for a black-owned business, right? And if you still can't find that item online, then you go to a superstore. That superstore could be Tesco, not Asda, because that community owns it, right? You could go to Aldi, Lidl, all of those sorts of things. The reason why I say go to a superstore is because we have not cultivated networks yet, or systems in place for us to have options, right? So once our businesses start growing, once our black businesses start growing, then we can use the superstores less and less and less. But for that reason, because we are boycotting the Asian community, we cannot, we need to have somewhere to go. We need to have an alternative, right? because they're in our communities, left, right, and centre. No matter which way you go, every square mile, they're there.
I haven't been to an Asian beauty supply store since Stop Asian Hate. And I know what y'all about to say. Oh, it's not all Asian people, right? But in my experience, living where I live, Asian stores have been anti-black and racist towards black people. And that's not a what if, that's a fact. I've literally experienced that. I've experienced being followed around. I experienced being stared at and looked at weird and rushed. I've experienced those things. So I haven't been supporting Asian businesses since then. Okay, it wasn't hard for me to stop going to Target because I really didn't go anyway. But Walmart, it was kind of hard because I used to go all the time. But I stopped going to Walmart. So if I could stop going to Walmart, y'all can stop going to Walmart. What else? Yeah, that's been my way of protesting, boycotting, and spending my money in places where it better serves me. And I've just been mostly buying groceries and cooking things. I've been in an Asian restaurant probably twice since that Stop Asian Hate thing. And that wasn't of my own free, wasn't it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was somebody else that wanted to go in there. So that's what I'm saying. That's my way of doing it. Y'all can respect it. Y'all can't respect it. You know, again, I'm not saying it's all Asian people that do these things, but from what I'm seeing, from my perspective, is a good chunk. So that's what I'm doing.
So this isn't just about stores or shopping. It's about dignity, about power and history repeating itself. Because when a community finally says enough, the world can't ignore it anymore. And trust me, this is just the beginning.